Hey to all craft beer lovers. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Time to head off, guys, to Sweden and the UK for a little bit of porter action, or historic London porter action, as they say. So, from Gothenburg in Sweden, we got Stigbergets Bryggeri, and from the UK, we got the Kernel Brewery out of London, taking a look at their Victorian Porter collab. Historic London Porter coming in at 5.8% ABV. Very, very cool looking artwork for 40 ml can. Yeah, man, 5.8%, unfiltered, unpasteurized, contains water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. And that's what they say, guys. Just love that artwork. I think it's very, very cool. Look at that. So yeah, two top breweries, Stigbergets, of course, in Sweden, world-class brewery, and the Kernel. Yeah, man, doing excellent porters. So let's go. Let's pop the top on this bad boy, see what we're going to get. Okay. Good deal of smoke on the can opening, and let's pour it. Looks very carbonated. There we go. Right. Okay, then. Yeah, so look at that. I've got a massive head on that beer. Pour a few drops more in. There we go. Yeah. Right. So let's stop right there. Very, very carbonated number. We got ourselves like 4 to 5 fingers worth of massive brown head. Yeah, jet black beer in the glass. Look at that, guys. That's just a jet black porter all day long in that glass. Certainly looks the part. Perhaps a little bit overly carbonated on the nose. Oh yeah, that's a porter, all right. Dark malts, a bit roasted malts, like a faint hint of bitter black chocolate, bitter coffee, and that woodiness that I do get from porters. Yeah, man. It smells decent, so without any further ado, cheers. Yes, it's certainly a porter, bitter, malty, but you get the hops as well in there. There's certainly a hop presence there, floral, almost bordering on vegetal hops. Again. Mm. Gonna pour a little bit more in. There we go. So yeah, gonna shake it. So yeah, I mean, decent body for a porter at 5.8%. Pretty good strength. So yeah, harkening back to the days, when porter came around. I think it was like in the 1700s, or maybe like early 1800s. I think it was like before in the 1700s. And of course London was a big harbor city, bustling with trade and what have you. And the name porter came from that, because the workers who picked up the goods from the ships arriving to the or arriving in London, they were called porters, and they were, of course, drinking this style of beer, because they needed a lot of drink, because it was heavy work, back in the day. Had to do everything by hand, right? It's not like today. we have like modern machinery and all that. But back then it was all by hand, and it was a pretty hefty work. So they needed beer, but I don't think it was like a 5.8% back in the day, a porter. I think it was like 4% or 4.5%, something like that, because you couldn't get the workers drunk, because of course then they wouldn't be able to do their work, right? But it's very, very cool with the Victorian porter there and the kind of historic London porter kind of uh, approach here. Final sip. Mm. Yeah, bit of a metallic vibe coming through, woody, very bitter, dark malts, maybe like an initial faint chocolatey hint, maybe like a little bit of bitter coffee there. Yeah, man, for me, it's a good beer. I like it. Yeah, man, lingering bitterness. Stigbergets Bryggeri, guys, together with the Kernel Brewery out of London. This is their Victorian Porter, historic London Porter, 5.8%. Love the artwork. Very drinkable beer, guys. For me, 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching.